Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Kish and welcome to the Upwork Collab series where my dream team of independent talent bring my vision of a unique culinary journal for kids to life. This journal will be full of illustrations, open-ended cooking experiments, and journaling prompts aimed at helping kids find their creative voices in the kitchen and beyond. The best part of the project is that proceeds of the journal will be going to What's in the Mirror, an Austin-based charity doing incredible work in promoting mental health awareness and suicide prevention to the LGBTQIA+ community and communities of color. This journal is really important to me because as kids and adults, you have to process things on your own. Processing and going through these feelings through a guided prompting journal, I think is a real benefit for a lot of people. I'm really excited to work with Lisa Wee because she's clearly very talented and I love her quirky illustrations. Having Andrea on our team means making sure that we get this journal in front of as many people as we possibly can. I'm really excited to work with Dr. Tamisha Booker because she brings this sense of credibility and expertise. Hi everyone, welcome. I am thrilled to have this team come all together. I love seeing all of your faces on my screen.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited.
Yeah.
This project will inevitably become all four of our projects, and I want a part of everyone in it, not just your expertise, but also your storytelling.
When I found out that the team was all women, it even furthered my excitement.
The biggest thing is that we want to have this finished before the holidays to ultimately maximize the money that we can give to What's in the Mirror. As the narrative kind of follows basically a sole character with probably other characters around through the journey of trying to figure out how to open up their own restaurant and what their view and story is that they want to tell through food, and ultimately through the guided journaling. The biggest question I have is where do we start? Does it start with the chicken or the egg first? I don't know.
If we agreed on a title, then Lisa could work on the cover first, which is always good for promotion.
Yep.
Something about finding your secret sauce or about it being all in the sauce.
That was greater than any thought I initially had, so it's wonderful.
One of my ideas is that as the character is going through their journey of self-discovery, the child is going through that as well. Drawing parallels between cooking and self-discovery and life lessons, and then also having the character journal on that process.
Oh, I did something.
Oh, you already jotted something.
So you can see the diverse kids that is inside there. I noticed a lot of journaling. They have a lot of things like what I like, what I don't like, what I can try. It will actually help the kids to actually reflect.
I'm so excited to be collaborating with someone like Lisa because I took a look at her Twitter and at her illustrations and I was just mind blown. I really wish that we had that sort of representation when it comes to different tones of skin in books.
Maybe with Lisa's illustrations at the end of maybe each page, can be just a motivational mantra or quote. So this is just a simple example of that, of just you have to find your sauce to be a real boss.
That would be fantastic.
We are called a dream team for a reason. I think the chemistry between the three of us are really quite genuine.
Simultaneously, I'll also be working with finding influencers within the parents' realm, also teachers and educators in general. We need to start warming up the audience and have them be more of a come with me, look at what we're building. So by the time that we do launch, it's wow, look at what we did.
All right, so we have a lot of work cut out for us, but I am confident that this team can bring it all together, bring it home, dial it in with so much thought and care.
Let's do it, Team Secret Sauce. So I'm really excited to have met with the team because now I understand more about our goals and our timeline. My goal here is to understand what the market has seen and what has been successful. So I've been running a mini focus group on my Instagram DMs. I just basically put a bunch of mom friends together that had kids ages 7 to 10 and just put them all in a group and made sure that it was as diverse as possible. They're more motivated to learn about the product because of what it can do for their children. I don't want this to be a traditional influencer campaign in which the creators grab the book and be like, oh my gosh, so excited to be trying this, because the truth is people can tell when your tone is not coming off as genuine. What I want to do is have the parents get the book and actually test out one of the prompts and one of the recipes with their children and get their reaction afterwards. I want it to be the kids connecting with their parents and actually feeling something. That way, not only are we creating buzz around the book, we're also creating buzz around what the book means and basically telling a story behind it.
I just went shopping for pasta and I'm really wanting to get some practical practice on doodling pastas and other things as well. The recipe is meant that we can buy store-bought. So one of the concepts is that I want to know how easy it is, my experiment. The three of us, even with different backgrounds, we are very much different from one another. Mishi is a mom. I'm a single lady. Andre is also single, but in different age group. So even with our background, is that we are very different from one another. But because of the purpose of this book, it actually unites us because we really believe that lesser represented children needs to be heard, needs to be felt, need to have a mirror in the book that they see.
I am Brown Boy Joy and I shine like
Music and dancing really helps me in my creative process. Just allows me to get in that vibe and that moment, just that carefree space.
I really want to make sure that the story captures the essence of the character.
What are we doing today?
Cooking with Carter.
It's requiring that I write in an 8-year-old voice.
I want to run some lines by you and see what you think.
I have to tap into where I was at 8.
I can be who I want to be. I am free to be me.
Cool, Mom. Cool. I love it.
You like that?
This project has become just so important to me. I want to make sure that it really accomplishes what we're setting out to do. I can start with a check-in on my end. So the main character, the final name will be Arlo.
Oh, I love that.
We really wanted the main character to be gender neutral. Really, that's because it's going to be able to speak to more children. We want as many children to find themselves on the pages. I think Arlo, it's a beautiful name, and I think that it doesn't say exactly what a person would look like with that name. We definitely want children to feel like this is a creation that really speaks to them.
And I think it's a great way to open up the conversation and be like, hey, actually, that is not how things actually are. You can choose whatever you want to wear. You can choose whoever you want to be. And that is our message.
So I was thinking that maybe Arlo would like to have a journey into different culture cooking as well. Being in somebody else's shoes would be a wonderful story to have. There's a lot of prompts inside my head. So I'm really quite excited about writing illustrations about doodling of something. I think it will work.
I personally love it. I really like the direction that you're going with.
How are you guys feeling about presenting next week?
I think we have the skeleton which to work with.
I personally think that maybe we're too zoomed in right now where we're like, oh my gosh, no, we're not gonna. But if you think about it, like we already have very great direction. I'm actually feeling pretty excited, pretty optimistic, and just ready for the feedback because that's the only way we can go is up, so.
We have a tight deadline. We have to get this done pretty quickly, and things are changing pretty quickly each time that we talk. But the check-in felt good because it was able to get some feedback from my team members and hear what they're working on and just get confirmation that I'm going in the right direction.
One of the biggest challenges is the timeline. Everything has to be done by the middle of November, and that's about 6 weeks from now. We still have a lot of things to work out. I'm a type A personality. Once I get into my head about something, I just went full speed ahead. I start thinking, start dreaming, and assessing what is really beneficial for the project. I am very happy that the fact that we are really seeing some progress, and the progress are really very positive.
I was talking to some friends earlier about the nature of the project and how different it is from any other projects that I've ever done in the past. Whenever you get to do projects like this one, where they're mission-driven, where there's a very awesome team behind it that legitimately cares about the people that are going to be getting their hands on this product, that is when I come to life. That is when I don't mind the sleepless nights. That is when I don't mind the stress or the pressure or the deadlines or a very, very tight timeline like this one. To be honest, as a 24-year-old entrepreneur, sometimes you just feel so little. I feel small all the time. But then again, there's people like Kristen and Upwork that just like come and grab you and take you under their wing and remind you that, hey, you're not alone in this journey and that there's always gonna be someone out there looking out for you, both personally and professionally. So I'm just so grateful.
This project will be deemed successful in my eyes.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
There's a success in the brainstorming. There's a success in already finding amazing, talented people.
So I would love to kind of put now a visual to all these different ideas that you guys were talking about.
There's a success that already is in place because we were all united to come together on this one project.
I think we have a great cover to review today. I'm pretty excited to show you.
Drum roll. Ta-da!
That's amazing. Oh my God, look at everyone. Okay. That's fantastic. Oh my God, even like all the little nasturtium flowers and leaves.
Do they look familiar?
It was inspired by your tattoos.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, here they are. I don't know what I was expecting, but that's far beyond anything that I could have ever thought of. Having a team of people that are better at all the things that you're not is so important.
All right, so Tamisha, tell me what you've been working on.
In addition to the writing, this is Arlo. We really wanted to have a character that represented an image that was more inclusive. We wanted as many children to find themselves in Arlo or in parts of Arlo. Arlo shows children it's okay to be yourself. We know from you, Kristen, that you mentioned that if and when, if ever, you were to have a child, that the name would be Arlo.
That Mishi is absolutely amazing. Like, that's amazing. It's beautiful. Something that I do believe wholeheartedly in my general life, and it's the way I view my restaurant, is that you always continuously surround yourself with people that know more, that do better, and that are smarter than you.
I've been doing a lot of research as to what marketing efforts we can put into practice, and I've landed on a really cute campaign that I'm super excited to share because I feel like it's definitely gonna not only create some buzz, but also just really set the tone for what we want to do. My idea is to send All in the Feels kit to parent influencers on both Instagram and TikTok and really allow them to experience the book. I want to include very powerful prompts into the activity and the letter that we're sending them to transmit some emotion through the videos.
I mean, how much work that you all three have put into creating a feeling and not just a product.
We all rely on other people outside of ourselves to accomplish the things that are important to us.
There's not many notes I can give because the work that you all have done is absolutely brilliant. We need to present to Tariq Daniels, who's the founder of What's in the Mirror. So I'm more excited to show him what you guys have done. Thank you very much. And I'm so incredibly proud of being part of this team. I'm so excited about all the hard work Lisa, Mishi, and Andrea have put in thus far, and I cannot wait for them to share their final presentation with Tariq and me. I'll see you then.